Hello everybody, it's K-Boy Ultra here. Welcome back to the channel. But I just want, this is a quick disclaimer. But first, welcome back to the channel. How is everybody? Bad day? Well, hope it gets better. We all gotta pray for those wishes out there, you know what I'm saying? But this is not really a Xenoverse video at all. It's another FighterZ video. But this is a quick disclaimer. So, before the actual video starts, I just want to say that during the recording, I had lost all my audio because I forgot that I had the mic muted, you know, just in case some stuff had happened that I didn't want to hear, that I didn't want to, include in my audio, because there was a lot of background noise, a lot of YouTube videos and stuff, so I didn't want that included. But when I actually started making the video, I forgot that the mic was off. So unfortunately, there was no audio for the entire video. So editing me here will be voicing over what had happened and explaining the challenge. Well, technically, I'm going to explain the challenge right now. So pretty much, here's the challenge. If you ever play Dragon Ball FighterZ, and if you have a main team that you use online or casual or whatever, just your main team, just go to local battle and do a 1v3. You have to play a Super Saiyan Goku while against your main team, all the CPUs at level 100. It doesn't sound that hard, right? Well, you'll see later. Now, you can only be Super Saiyan Goku for this challenge. Why? Well, number one, he's the most basic character to use on the entire roster. You literally start out with Super Saiyan Goku playing story mode, and he's one of the most available characters also playing Dragon Ball FighterZ. He's literally the first unlocked character playing Dragon Ball FighterZ. So most people would firstly use him and at least know how to use him pretty decently. And for my new players, don't worry, you'll learn eventually. But yeah, that's why you can only play Super Saiyan Goku. So yeah, it's a 1v3. It's very hard. But yeah. Also, screw you past me for making that video in the first place, because now I gotta edit this. So screw you. Oh god, I can't speak right now. Anyways, moving on. Boom! There! I just won, right? Well, actually, no. You see, that wasn't a complete win, in my standards, at least. If you want to do this, then you can. But the basic terms of this challenge is, well, just to beat it. But I wanted something more. I am a very hardcore person. I call myself Ultra for a reason, and I want to complete everything, if possible, in a challenge. Trophies in video games don't count because I don't have time for that. I usually do more of small things. But regardless, what I'm saying here is that this was a complete win for me. Most of that was based off of RNG and not skill, and I want it to be based fully off of skill. Not to mention, another thing I wanted was to get the Dragon Balls while doing this. Now you may be wondering, why would I want to get the Dragon Balls? Well, there's a very simple answer. I want to show that I have enough skill to clown on these level 100 computers, the top level computers, to clown on them to such a point that they can't stop me from getting the Dragon Balls. I want to show these computers who really rocks the top dog around here. I want to show these computers that just because they're my main team I use online does not mean that they are better than me, an organic life form capable of evolving through experience. That is what I wanted. But oh boy, do goals come with struggles, and boy did I struggle a lot during this challenge. This challenge was either get it perfect, and if you don't get it perfect, get the Dragon Balls. Super Saiyan 3. This is good. Whatever, all I got those ones. That's all I got. I can at least get 4 balls after that.
Try hard!
Five bars and sparks get really Four bars.
Just look at my speed! After this, what do you say we settle which fusion is strong?
Okay, now you're probably wondering why I let that audio play out with not me explaining anything. I wanted to show y'all one of my many attempts at this challenge. It was not my first attempt, as you can see, like, at all. This challenge is way harder than you believe. Now, as you can see, my main team is Gogeta Super Saiyan 4, Blue Gogeta, and Blue Vegeta. Now, these three characters are, well, mostly on the top of the tier list in most people's standards and even Dragon Ball Fighters. Like, their unions have literally won multiple times, and every single one of them has had a raid boss that has been 5-star. So yeah, as you can see, they are a very high level threat. But I don't use them because of that. I use them because they're my favorite characters. But opinions aside, for me, this very hard due to the previous mentions. But another thing that made this very hard for me was the categories I like to split these three up into. Now, what are the three categories? Glad you asked. The three categories are the DP Demon, the Counter Crusader, and the Combo Commander. Now, which is which? You might be wondering. Well, I'm gonna tell you. Gogeta is the DP Demon. And as the name implies, yes, this Gogeta likes to DP. A lot. There is a over 50% chance during a match that if he blocks both attacks, that he is either going to spark or DP. Usually it's a DP, so you have to depend on RNG for this to be a spark. Regardless of this, I was not aware of that until the 15th time doing it, but I still fell victim to this, because it was pretty much gambling with a god. You don't know what they're going to pick, and regardless of what you do, you're going to get hit. You could say I could have backed away, or I could have jumped in this situation, which I did multiple times, which you will see, later. But they all led to no avail. Although, on this attempt, the DP Demon wasn't really that much of a threat. It looks like his level 100 coding wasn't up to, date, I guess. I don't know how you say that. Regardless, Gogeta wasn't really much of a threat in this part of the challenge, at least. Now, moving on to the Combo Commander, Gogeta Blue. Gogeta Blue is technically the main threat of the team. Now, level 100 CPUs like to do these little combos I like to call little things, is where they can do the tiniest hit, and they will do the most insane combo that you have ever seen. I'm pretty sure you've seen this in my Dragon Ball Fighters, in my others Dragon Ball Fighters challenge video, where I did arcade mode. Specifically the part where Vegeta did a blue combo on Frieza. Regardless, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen that video by now, if you're watching this one. If you haven't, go check it out. It's one of my favorite projects I've made so far. Regardless, little things. So, say Blue Gogeta lands one Kamehameha, and he's halfway across the map from you. He will then call an assist, dash forward, do his heavy kick, and do the spinning kick move, bounce you to a wall, Dragon Rush, level 3. That is an example, and it was all built off of one Kamehameha. Now, you could say that's normal Dragon Ball fighters, but it really isn't. Because it could be a small ki blast, and they can turn into the most devious combo ever made. Dragon Ball fighters combo usually have a plan to it, you know, with normal humans. But with these bots, they just do random stuff, and it works for them. It's kind of like button mashing. It's kind of like button mashing in Friday Night Funkin'. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But in the CPU's case, especially level 100, it always works, regardless. Now, unless you're some kind of blocking demon that can hoard off any of their attacks and reflect all of their attacks, then you're good. But I'm not one of those. I am 13 years old and only had about 2 years of experience playing this game. Which may sound like a lot to some people, but it really isn't when it comes to other people's standards, because some people have been playing this game for like 10 years or something. But yeah. Now, moving on to the counter crusader, Vegito. Well, 2 out of the 3 fusions, being Vegito and SS4 Gogeta, have counters. Well, I'm pretty sure aware of that. But Vegito likes to spam this thing so much. And I mean so much. You could super dash, boom, counter. You could punch, boom, counter. Kamehameha, boom, counter. It doesn't matter if it works or not. He will always use a counter once his AI is either equivalent or more than 5. Now, how did I figure out these numbers exactly? Well, other than calculating the multiple times that I was getting folded into a pretzel during these challenges, I also technically looked at the fighter's wiki. It didn't really say what would happen about Vegito, but it did mention stuff about his moveset that I easily calculate by myself. I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing, but regardless. Now, Gogeta isn't really the only combo crusader. It's Vegito too, but I like to call him the loop-de-loop. And what I mean by that is his kick move that you have seen in this slow motion replay. Yay. Well, I'm pretty sure everyone has experienced before with the CPU, and if you haven't, then lucky you, because this man just loves kicking. I don't know what it is about him. I guess this man has a kicking fetish or something, because that is all he will ever do. Basic combo, mostly kicks. Special combo, mostly kicks. The list goes on and on. Regardless. I mean, I guess they got inspiration from that one Buu Saga scene, but I don't really understand why. Regardless, the point I'm trying to get at here is that each and every one of them could be a DP Demon, a Combo Crusader, or... I messed that up, didn't I? Whatever. Regardless of what I'm saying, they could be a DP Demon, Counter Crusader, or the Combo Commander, depending on which character. But it's mostly these 3 that it comes down to. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this challenge also had brought me to my downfall. I was also the one bringing myself to my downfall because, like, well, I'm human. Humans make mistakes, and I made a lot of them during this challenge. Now, this Pablo Gogeta is hitting me with a Stardust Blaster, or Stardust Fall, or whatever the move is called. It has a million names by this point. Well, this is both my fault and not my fault at the same time. You see, CPUs, when they get you in the corner, they like to do the uppercut move, aka a 2H or a 6H, to any person that knows those terms. Good for you. But regardless, they like to do a 6H. I'm just going to say 6H because it's easier. And once they do that 6H, you usually can't get out of the combo unless you reflect. But even if you reflect, it's followed up by some other bullcrap. So you have to keep reflecting. But if the reflect doesn't work, you're dead.
Alright, if you DPs, I'm dead.
Now, as you can see here, I missed the kick. Chance to kill Gogeta. I wanted to go for a heavy attack to make sure that he was dead just to get some bullcrap way he survived.
Gogeta and Vegito on the same team, huh?
That's never happening again. You're not winning.
As you can see, Gogeta blocks and then DPs. Yeah, this makes me mad a lot. And not only is this a reoccurring pattern that keeps happening, like, it's literally embraced the CPU's code when I fight them, that if Gogeta DPs, he tags into Gogeta Blue. And then Gogeta Blue assists Vegito to Spirit Sword. And then Gogeta Blue does a 6H and calls another assist. This was one of those runs where I was honestly starting to get very mad. Now as I'm editing this, I just realized that I did have audio in the recording, but I wasn't close enough to the mic to words to actually be made out. So all you can hear in the background is just me mumbling to myself. Pretty much just me getting mad as heck over this game. But yeah, I was just getting cooked this entire round of my game. So yeah, we're just gonna skip ahead a couple matches because, well, you already know I'm getting absolutely folded. I mean, what do you expect? Like, boom, there's the kick. Straight to the cranium. He kicked in my soft spot. I'm knocked out. Now, I'm not gonna be completely unfair because I know there are people that main the fusions too. Well, the three main fusion of Goku and Vegeta. You're probably wondering, how would I do this challenge? I mean, I'm not that experienced with Super Saiyan Goku. I mean, if you are, great for you, then this challenge should be somewhat easy for you. I mean, again, the main deadline is to beat it, but if you want to add some extra things like I did to grab the Dragon Balls and either have a perfect or grab the Dragon Balls and restore your health, then go ahead, I don't really judge. But yeah, the main goal is pretty much just to beat it, but as you can see, I am an unsatisfied gamer and wanted more because, as I said in the intro, but regardless, how are y'all going to beat this challenge? Who do you go for first? Do you go for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? Blue Gogeta? Or maybe Vegito? And the answer is none. Yeah. You see, they equally all have their own bullcrap to bring to the table. It's like a Thanksgiving reunion. Everybody has their own mesh of food to bring. Somebody got the macaroni, somebody got the turkey, and somebody got the trash potato salad that nobody ever eats and they sit in the corner. But regardless, they all bring their own bullcrap to the table, as I previously mentioned. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with DPs, literally all the time. Vegito with his counters. And Gogeta Blue with his devious combos. They can all do the exact same thing. But they all do the exact same thing. It's just with the characters specifically that I mentioned that I put in these categories, they do it the most. So that's what you are most likely to count on. But you can't count on it all the time. It's not 100% guaranteed. Like, Vegito could be a combo combo commander, or whatever the heck I said. I don't know. It's been a couple minutes before I recorded this. But regardless, they can all be their own thing. So it's very tough. But if you really want to know who to take out first, I would either suggest Vegito or Gogeta 4. Now, Gogeta Blue? Well, he can't really have anybody to combo with if he doesn't have teammates, correct? So take out his two teammates. Now, I'm not saying Gogeta Blue is the main threat. The main threat would definitely be Gogeta 4. Due to finish sign, his one-shot, and his DPs getting Dragon Balls in. So yeah. But for some reason during this challenge, Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 has never level 3'd once. Like, I'm going through the recording right now on my computer. This man has never level 3'd me once during this entire challenge. Which is honestly weird because he kept going for finish sign multiple times. Yeah. But now let's get into the main points of this challenge. RNG and skill. Now, I'm pretty sure y'all know what RNG stands for, but if you don't, let me remind you. It's called Random Number Generator. And in video games, specifically in fighters, it generates, well, numbers, obviously. They're in the AI's coding, determining what they do. The numbers generate really fast, in between frames, I want to say milliseconds. But when determining actions like special moves and all, they have to wait for inputs, which is why they stand idly by. They're waiting for the random number generator to generate what they're going to do next. Sometimes the number generator will actually generate a full combo beforehand during the match, so they already have a plan of what they're going to do, like Gogeta with his DPs in the middle of the match. It also depends on what input they do, because they have multiple inputs for multiple doings. So say Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 has a special combo if he blocks your attack. But if you jump, he also has a special combo to anti-air you. An anti-air combo if you will. But regardless, you're still probably going to get hit. Now, the RNG factor is definitely what's most in this game because, well, if the computer's RNG just messes up and they stand idly by for the entire time, boom, you win. But that's not skill. That's just numbers being generated. You didn't deserve that win. Skill is your combat access as a player and what you can do to determine if you are the best or not. Now, as you can see, I have skill in this game. It's just I'm getting put into devious combos and I don't have that much of experience as, well, other players. I play this game often, but not as much as Universe, which I played over 1,000 hours. I think I've only played Dragon Ball FighterZ, well, according to my PlayStation, only about 50 hours, which is honestly crazy. Yeah, and I may have played this game for 2 years, but during the 2 years, it's only been like an hour or so. So I guess just 50 hours. I just contradicted myself, didn't I? Regardless. So yeah. If you want to go for an RNG win, that doesn't really count as a win. You didn't earn that win. The numbers are just generating what's happening. If anything, the numbers could generate perfectly and the CPU could just never let you hit. They have the power to do that. But due to a fair factor, they will let the players do whatever they want. CPUs could literally just activate super armor for themselves or just perfect health and never get damaged. And yeah, that would be pretty unfair, wouldn't it? Again, it's all just numbers. But if you want a skill win, showing that you have the capabilities of doing this by yourself, boom, you earn the win. It's kind of like Majin Vegeta versus Goku versus... I have to think for a second. What was I saying again? Yeah, it's like Majin Vegeta's win against Goku. You really earned that win. They may have said something like, a win is a win, but it depends on how you get the win. If you get the win by cheap tricks, it's not really meant as a win, it's just a cheap way of getting a temporary victory. It doesn't feel all that triumphant. In this case, Majin Vegeta sneaking Goku. But if Majin Vegeta actually beat Goku in that case, then yeah, he would get praised. All the Vegeta fans would be ecstatic, and pretty sure Vegeta fans would overwhelm Goku fans even more at this point. Like, the glazing would go crazy. As you can see, that's my main point there. Now pay attention to the blue health there. Gogeta uppercuts, a super dash, he DPs, followed by an assist, followed by Vegito with his miniature combo. Kick, 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 assist, level 1. Boom. That's a pretty decent amount of damage, even if the level 1 did not hit. But pay attention to this. My health is still completely blue. Now, for some of you noobs, and for some that understand, if you understand, good for you. But for people who don't know, or for people who are noobs, or people who just don't understand, trust me, I'm in the same boat too. That's because it started off with the DP, aka Gogeta Super Saiyan 4's attack. Now, when an attack starts off with a DP, well, it's kind of like a raw level 3. Since there was no combo attached to it, the DP doesn't really recognize it's a combo, meaning that you can still recover from that. Plus, Gogeta's DP is kind of broken because it gets Dragon Balls as well. So there you have it. Now, I wouldn't call this a lucky starter, because even if you have all that blue health to recover just by sparking, they could still pull out some bullcrap, like that counter Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 has done. Or maybe a roll of 3. Now you have all that blue health, but no spark, because you wasted it earlier, and now you're wishing, dang, I wish I still had spark. But you wouldn't have spark. You would either be dead, or would have used spark by then. So you're pretty much just stuck in a kind of chess dilemma, if I do say so myself. Now, here in this section, we are going to talk about repeated actions. But if you're wondering, what are repeated actions in Dragon Ball FighterZ case? Well, in online, it's pretty much just considered spamming, and in CPUs, it could also be considered as spamming. Technically, but also no. I'm going to bring out the nerd statistics for this one. Nerd statistics. I can't speak English, can I? Regardless. Repeated actions is what I like to call a CPU's random number generator, quote-unquote, bugging. Now, there is actually a high chance that if a number generator rolls and a CPU misses their attack, the number will keep generating over and over and over again until it hits its attack. It may have different patterns, like, say, first Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta uses Lightning Hammer. He then uses it again. But then he gets you in a corner. Does low, heavy, Ki Blast, and then Lightning Hammer. He still did the same move. It was just a different order of combo. Regardless, if they want to land the move, they're going to try their hardest to land the move as much as possible, even if it misses multiple times. Now, this is where we get to the part where I was genuinely started to tweak out. I mean, I was doing this challenge for over 3 hours until I was going to beat it. And I was pretty much considering giving up. I mean, like, this challenge was freaking impossible, literally impossible for me. Like, I don't know how I was going to do this challenge at all. Like, as you can see, I'm getting cooked, and I start blurring over my inputs than usual. Like, my main strategy here is just Dragon Rushing and tagging out, because again, I'm trying to get the Dragon Balls, I'm trying to auto combo. I can't do that without getting hit, and getting hit results in death. So I'm just stuck in an endless loop. And as you can see, a 13-year-old with anger issues would obviously have problems with that. Now, how would I deal with this? Well, simple answer, just rocking in my chair, moping, making aggressive noises that I can't do anything about. Because it's a video game. What am I gonna do? Go in the video game and punch Gogeta in the face? I'm gonna get killed. I mean, I'd probably get revived, but still. That's not gonna do anything. The worst I could do is just go to Bandai Namco and slap the person who made Dragon Ball FighterZ. But it doesn't matter. I can't do anything about it. So stuff just happens. Now, the main topic I want to get in here, I don't think it happens in this section of the recording. Now, this video is kind of sloppy because I can't really go to specific parts of the video without, well, this audio fumbling over other pieces of recording, to the point where I just said, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna just record over it anyways, while cutting parts of the video out, because, well, believe it or not, I have an entire cutout section that is, well, I have 3 cutout sections that are over 4 hours long. I'm not even kidding when I say that. Like, genuinely, it's over 4 hours long. So, 4 hour-long pieces. Well, yeah, 4 hour-long pieces just cut out of this entire video. That's how long I was doing this. Now, I know the math isn't mathing, and I'm super tired, so I forgot how long I was doing this challenge for. But regardless, I forgot what I was saying. Oh god, I forgot what I was saying. Oh no. Okay, I remember what I was saying. Okay, as I was saying, here's a little section I want to talk about that I don't think that is in this part of the recording, but I'm going to put it in anyways. This is called 6H Havoc. I've mentioned this earlier before. This is pretty much where the CPU just says, screw all logic, and once they get you in the corner, they will spam 6H. Now, usually you can get up and reflect, but I'm not the best reflector in the world, so all I gotta do is try and tech and block, but that also doesn't work, which leads to me getting hit and put in an endless loop combo. And as I said before, this was the part where I genuinely started tweaking. Like, I was literally about to throw the controller against the wall at this point in time. Like, I was so mad and tired at this point. Now, I could have went to sleep, but I'm an unsatisfied gamer. I'm not stopping until I get the goal complete. So yeah. Now, I'm a 6H Havocer myself. Sometimes. As you can see, I could have 6H there, but I stuck with the Key Blast. Mainly the reason because I stuck with the Key Blast is, well, because of Vegito's counter. As you can see, he literally countered the Key Blast. Now, what would have happened if I had 6H there? Counter, kick, level 1 is what most likely would have happened. But luckily, that didn't happen. Now, as you can see in this section, I have, well, hopefully, cut out parts of this section is me winning multiple times. But it's not the way I wanted to win. I wanted to win either with a perfect or grabbing the freaking Dragon Balls and restoring my health to perfect. Now, I almost did it. Like, I was so mad. I almost completed this entire challenge doing the Dragon Balls, but I sparked too early, did too much damage, didn't have enough 7 bar. Boom. Failed the challenge. It was at this point in the challenge where I was literally losing my freaking soul. Like, I could feel myself just the next day going to an insane asylum because I was losing my mind. I was genuinely spouting so many insults at the computer while having 3 idiots versus 3 idiots in the background. Shout out Dion. Shout out SiriX, Limestone, and Donadoya. But anyways, yeah, I was so mad. I kept losing over and over and over and over again.
Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan 4.
Now, what is peak gamer rage? I'm gonna ask you that now. What do you think peak gamer rage is? Breaking your monitor? Throwing your controller at the desk? Or maybe banging your desk? Which I actually did during this challenge. But no, you're all wrong. Ultimate gamer rage is complete and utter silence and emotionless movement. You just feel nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, why is that? It's to the point where you've gotten so mad that you can't even feel anything anymore. Both in the game and real life. You stare emotionless into the screen, wondering if you can even do this. And it gets to the point where sometimes, when you get to the goal, it doesn't even feel that accomplishing. It just feels like a chore that was meant to be done on a late Sunday. Now, did I experience this? Yes I did. It got to the point where it was so silent that I could actually hear the silence in my room. It was so silent to the point where I started paying attention to the little things that weren't the game. The shaved pencils on my desk, the iron, the little marker scrapes, all of that, to the point where I just started paying attention to those instead of the actual challenge. I was literally ready to give up. There was just no hope. I was a stage before being absolutely depressed, just giving up on the game, giving up on PlayStation in general. Heck, this video wasn't even supposed to come out. But Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, on August 24th, 1:15, I made history for myself in the Dragon Ball FighterZ challenge.
What a way to go out!
I'm gonna be honest, words cannot describe how happy I was in that moment when I summoned Shenron, because I know I did it. Now, a lot of bad things could have happened, like I could have misclicked on the wish, or just something like that. But things played out the way that it did, for a reason. Now, was this worth it? Yes. Now, you may be wondering, why was it worth it? Well, I was able to prove myself. To show that I am better than the team that I use. To show that I don't need them all the time. And to show that a bot cannot mimic what I can do better with one character. That is what I have proved in this challenge. I proved that by myself, I can be better. I can overcome any challenge, whether it be the strongest version of myself played by a bot, an evil version of myself, or maybe even a blocked mind that didn't believe I could do this. Regardless, I did it. What is good, my people? You know who it is. It's Editing Ultra, back at it again. Me, if you're reviewing this video, I want to say screw you and all that you stand for making me edit this video. But as for my viewers, subscribers, and likers of this video, and don't forget to share, you guys are awesome. Like, seriously. For making it this far into the video and stuff. Unfortunately, this time I don't have a bonus clip for y'all. I'm sorry, guys. And yes, I'm reusing the same footage from last time. I'm so sorry. I'm using the same footage from the intro. I'm sorry. It's just that, man, I'm tired and stuff. Although it may not sound like it, I'm just trying to remain as cheery as possible, you know, for, well, audio purposes, so I don't just sound like I'm so groggy all the time. I want to keep it upbeat in this channel, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, you already know the outro slogan by now. Stay awesome, stay cool, stay amazing, and most importantly, stay ultra, alright? Don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let nothing bring you down. If you got problems, well, just find your way to deal with them. But it can't be running away from them. It only causes more problems, okay? If you're having a bad day or a bad life, as always, I hope it gets better. This Boy Ultra, signing off.